Have you ever been trapped on vacation with that one person? The one who somehow turns every fun moment into drama, every conversation into an argument, and every situation into being about them? Because when I was 16, my family went on what was supposed to be the best cruise of our lives. And it ended with my stepsister screaming for help, stranded in a bathroom with absolutely no toilet paper. And honestly, by that point, she kinda earned it. If you've ever dealt with a sibling, coworker, or friend who weaponized being the victim just to control everyone around them, you're gonna feel this story. So hit like, subscribe, and settle in, because this is one of the pettiest, most satisfying revenge moments I've ever witnessed.
I was about 16 when my family kept up our yearly tradition, a cruise. We weren't rich. These weren't luxury celebrity cruises. We always took the same Carnival cruise out of Los Angeles, the kind filled with families, buffet lines, loud music, and kids running everywhere. But to us, it was magic. No school, unlimited food, ocean sunsets. And for a week, everyone actually got along. Or at least that was the goal. This particular year was special. My parents upgraded the trip, 2 extra days and an added stop at Catalina Island. Everyone was excited. Well, almost everyone. Because traveling with my stepsister Faith always meant one thing: drama. Faith was 14 at the time, the youngest sibling. And if you've ever known the youngest child who learned early that attention equals power, you already understand her energy. She wasn't evil, but she had mastered the art of being helpless. If something went wrong, she suffered the most. If someone got attention, she needed more. If life was normal, she found a way to make it about her. At first, it was harmless. But this cruise pushed everyone past their limit. Catalina Island is beautiful. Crystal water, quiet streets, no real cars, just wildlife paths and tiny roads where everyone drives golf carts instead. So naturally, our family rented 2 golf carts. One cart had my dad, stepmom, my older stepsister Hope, and me. The other cart carried Faith and 2 of our cousins. Everything was perfect. Sun shining, ocean breeze, laughter echoing through the hills. And then my dad had an idea. Let's race. You already know where this is going. At first, it was harmless fun. 2 golf carts bouncing along narrow paths, everyone laughing, pretending we were in some slow-motion action movie. Then, suddenly, a scream, a sharp turn, and the other cart flipped. Everything went quiet. That horrible silence after an accident, where your brain hasn't caught up yet. We ran over. The driver? Completely fine. Faith? Some scratches, road burn. Shaken, but okay. But our youngest cousin? He got it the worst. An airlift helicopter arrived and took him back to Los Angeles. Thankfully, he recovered fully. But the mood of the vacation changed instantly. Fear turned into exhaustion. And Faith? Well, Faith discovered something powerful. Attention. She was given crutches. And from that moment on, she became the most fragile human being on Earth. Crew members pushed her in wheelchairs. People carried her food. Strangers checked on her constantly. Every conversation started with, "How's your leg, Faith?" And suddenly, she loved it. Even before anyone said it out loud, we all noticed something strange. She wasn't acting injured. She was acting important. Every step became dramatic, every movement exaggerated, every sigh louder than necessary. But nobody wanted to accuse a hurt kid of faking it.
so we stayed quiet. The next day, we docked in Ensenada, Mexico, our family's favorite stop. Street vendors, music, local food, handmade souvenirs. It was always the highlight of the cruise. Faith started the day crutching dramatically through the streets, while everyone helped her, holding her bags, guiding her steps. Then my parents made a decision. Because she was 14 and technically allowed to drink there, they said, "You can have one drink for the pain." She took one sip. One sip. And suddenly, the miracle happened. The crutches disappeared. She walked perfectly. No limp, no hesitation, no pain, just strolling around like nothing ever happened. Hope and I exchanged a look, the silent sibling telepathy of, "Are you seeing this?" We had been carrying her for 2 days, and apparently all she needed was a margarita. For a brief moment, we thought the drama was over. We laughed, shopped, ate amazing food. Then it was time to head back to the ship. And like flipping a switch, Faith couldn't walk again. Crutches back, pain back, complaints back. Except now, she demanded everyone carry her shopping bags while she struggled dramatically beside us. On the bus back, she started yelling at us, snapping at cousins, complaining about everything. The heat, the seats, the noise. Nothing was good enough. By the time we reached the cruise ship, everyone was emotionally exhausted. But Faith wasn't done. We got back on board. I told everyone I needed to use the restroom first. Simple request. Normal human need. Faith immediately snapped. "No, I'm going first. I'm hurt." I laughed lightly and said, "I'll be quick." That was apparently the wrong answer. She started calling me names, loudly, in front of everyone, like I had personally wronged her. At that moment, something inside me shifted. Not anger, not rage, just done. I walked into the bathroom anyway, locked the door, and while I was inside, she stood outside yelling, banging. "Hurry up! You're so selfish! You know I'm injured!" Every word echoing through the tiny cruise hallway. And sitting there, listening to her scream, I realized something. Faith wasn't hurt. She just expected the world to revolve around her. And for the first time all trip, I decided it wouldn't. I sat by the water feeling lighter than I had all week. Sun shining, music playing, vacation energy finally returning. Then my phone started buzzing. Faith. Call, text, call again. Message after message. "Where is the toilet paper? I need help. This isn't funny." I ignored every single notification. Hope was swimming. My parents were showering. Nobody answered her. For the first time all cruise, Faith had no audience. No helpers, no sympathy, just consequences. Minutes passed. Maybe longer. Eventually, housekeeping came by for cleaning. They found her stranded, alone, angry, and completely out of toilet paper. They helped her, of course, but by the time she emerged, everyone knew. Word spread fast through the family, and when we heard what happened, we laughed. Not cruel laughter, not bullying laughter, just the exhausted release of people who had finally reached their limit. Even my dad laughed. Everyone laughed. Except Faith. Because for once, she wasn't the center of attention. She was the punchline. Here's the thing. It wasn't about toilet paper. It wasn't even about revenge. It was about balance. For days, she controlled everyone through guilt and drama. And for one small moment, the power shifted. No yelling, no arguing, just quiet karma. And honestly, after that day, her attitude improved. Amazing how quickly recovery happens when attention disappears. Sometimes revenge isn't grand or life-changing. Sometimes it's small, petty, perfectly timed, and just enough to remind someone that kindness goes both ways. Because sympathy is earned, not demanded. If this story made you laugh or reminded you of someone you know, hit that like button and tell me in the comments, what's the pettiest revenge you've ever witnessed? And don't forget to subscribe for more emotional, satisfying revenge stories. Because trust me, some people really do bring karma on themselves.